Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series reviews I do for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds amazing, so expectations are high. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is definitely the case today. I went over there, got off of work about an hour or so ago, maybe a little bit more. And I went over there, and I was like, man, I want something to eat. You know, I'm tired, I'm wore out, weather's shitty. So I was going to go to McDonald's. I got over by the McDonald's, I made it all the way over there, and there was a fucking line practically out onto the street. And I was like, never mind, not going to McDonald's. Fine. So I was like, all right, I'll go to Wendy's. So I started making my way to Wendy's. And as I'm making my way towards Wendy's, I pass by an establishment that it's been a little bit since I've been to. And I was like, fuck you, Wendy's, we're going here. So, what did I find to review? Where did I go? What's going on? Well, folks, we're reviewing, boom, It's a Thing. Specifically, It's a Thing from Lake Street Cafe, which is a place that I went over there. I reviewed their donut burger from. They are a local establishment, kind of focusing on breakfast and lunch. What with them being a local establishment, by the way, this video is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist. That is a playlist for just local spots I try to highlight a little bit and hopefully enjoy. So what is this? Oh God, there's so much. Boom, it's this. What is this? This, folks, specifically this. These are fries. But this specifically, that is not the thing. This is the thing. This is their buffalo chicken mac and cheese wrap. Come on now. That sounds exactly like something that I would review on my show. So yes, this sounded pretty damn amazing. It came with an obligatory pickle for reasons. I know people like pickles. I don't like pickles. And there's more pickles on top. I'm going to forego the pickles because, no, I don't need pickles to ruin this for me, as they've ruined so many things in the past. But, I mean, it looks pretty damn sexy. So let's try to make this work. How am I going to... Can I grab the thing without it all going everywhere? And according to my server, who was extremely nice, she did a very good job, this is a personal favorite of hers off the menu. So, oh God, it's so warm. It looks like that. Ha 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 ha. Can we get a better thing from the side? Ha 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 ha. Let's give it a go while it's still nice and ooey and gooey. Ooh, okay. This is like something I would have thought up as a little kid. I mean that in a good way. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I was a little bit worried about the mac and cheese. Now, I like Lake Street Cafe. Aside from my review of the donut burger, I've eaten there a number of times, usually for breakfast stuff. I had breakfast before eating this, actually. I had their banana brulee French toast or something like that. It was delicious. But I was a little bit worried about the mac and cheese, because it's like, mac and cheese at sit-down places could be hit or miss. This is pretty solid mac and cheese. It's not outright exceptional, but it's cheesy and tasty, and it's certainly cooked properly, so I'm happy about that. That was the most attractive thing anyone has ever done. I'm sure of it. It's hard to... It's kind of brilliant. Because every time you bite into it, more of it wants to fall out. So you just have to kind of keep eating. That's pretty good, man. I'm down with that. Chicken is pretty solid. It's got a nice crunch to it. I appreciate that. It gives contrasting textures. You get the nice softness of the macaroni, with occasional, bite of crunchiness from the buffalo chicken. And, by the same token, get the nice cheesiness of the mac and cheese. Whereas you go over there and you get that nice little tanginess from the buffalo. So it's nice. I like it. It's doing, if you watch my channel long enough, I like contrasting flavors. So it works on both ends, kind of. I'm down with this. And this is definitely going to fill you up. If I were a stoner, which I'm not, by the way. Some people think I am, but I'm not. I imagine this would be perfect stoner food. And I say that specifically as somebody who has stoner friends. So I'm not completely talking out of my butt, even though I don't have personal experience. I do really enjoy this. It is decadent, very, very flavorful. I mean, it's ridiculous and wonderful in its absurdity. I like it quite a bit. Now that said, as I said when I came into this, I had high expectations. Did it meet said expectations? Well, if I'm being entirely honest, not quite. It's good. It's very tasty. It is exactly what it says it is, which is kind of perfect in what it is. But I do think this is one of those things where if you went over there, if you amped up the macaroni just a little bit, you amped up the buffalo chicken just a little bit, just gave the buffalo chicken a little bit more zing, gave the mac and cheese just a little bit more ooey gooiness, I think it would just be that penultimate, perfect item. As is, it's really good, and two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes. And I'm going to go with that. Yeah. We'll go into it. For me, yeah, man. I love, look at me. I love this kind of stuff, man. I love, goofy, ridiculous food that just, again, it's like something that a little kid would come up with, and you're just like, hey, Billy, what are your favorite foods? You just be over there like, pizza and ice cream. And they just go over there and be like, blah, 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 pizza and ice cream. Which, by the way, I reviewed pizza ice cream one time from Van Leeuwen. Just saying, go watch that review. And I appreciate that we live in a society and a time in our society when stuff like this is kind of embraced. Like, we just roll with it. And I do like that about it. Now, again, it's not quite as good as I was hoping. Again, I do think that there's an even better version of this that would fully encapsulate all of my hopes and dreams. But it is still a lot of fun, and it's very tasty. Again, it does exactly what it says it's going to do. And I just think elevated just a little bit. Maybe the pickle would have helped. If I'm recommending it to other people, look, if you are a person with any dignity, and I shouldn't say that because, clearly I don't. But, as I said, the server did mention that it was a favorite of hers as well. Even if she was just being polite. I don't know if she was or not, but, again, she's a very good server. But yeah, it's obviously not something I'm just going to recommend to just to anybody. This is one of those things where if you see it and you hear the name and that sounds appealing, boom, you're the audience. If you see it and you go over there and you look at that and you read it and you're just like, that sounds ridiculous and or disgusting, then you're just out of the way, party pooper, okay? leave it for the rest of us ridiculous human beings to enjoy. But yeah. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly mac and cheese or buffalo chicken mac and cheese-tastic rest of your day, because, again, I just want to work. This would be a great idea, like a great concept for a kitchen. Or like, a restaurant or something. Just make up your orders, just have have Mad Libs. Just go over there and just be like, the blank goes with blank, and then you just come up with whatever. And then once you get past all the swear words and what have you, you just, telling you, somebody could make that a thing. But anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful, frustrating, and bullshit. And, sometimes, we're not always going to have ridiculous food concoctions to go over there and warm our hearts and clog our arteries. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and take my Mad Libs restaurant idea and run with it. Maybe you have that type of skill and passion and resources, and you're going to... You have my full blessing. If anything, if you want to throw a few bucks my way if it becomes successful, I'm just saying. If nothing else, just like have a burger or something named after me. That's, if I was immortalized in burger format, I would consider that just my life complete. I'd have won at that point. Or conversely, somebody had to have done that, right? I couldn't have been the first person to come up with that, right? The wheels are turning, folks. Anyway, bye.